making a short film. I don't have much really to talk about before we go into what I've been working on. So I've been working really hard on some thumbnails and the animatic. I've kind of been working on them in tandem, and this way I kind of have a lot of flexibility in the visuals, which you'll see in a little bit, because a lot of these thumbnails are very rough.
All right, and we're back again. This I think is the perfect way to start this video, which is a pretty wide overview of what the film is at this point. So with these thumbnails, I think I'm going to be able to really walk you through my thought process of this film. It's changed a lot. Like the story is relatively the same. This Gila monster, I'm thinking a chunky lizard. Initially I was thinking a blue-tongued skink, but they're kind of I think they're cool looking. I think they make great pets, but I think there's more visually striking lizards we can use in this film, like a Gila monster. Gila monsters have the really like they have this like pale orange and black coloring, and it's like kind of banded in a weird way, and it looks really cool. Not shown in this board, but there's a chameleon, or just some lizard. I want it to be a chameleon because I really want to reuse the image. One of the designs I did of the chameleon with the big head, and I think it make a very funny silhouette. But the Gila monster sees this guy way up in the tree. He wants to get up there. Can't get up there. Too chunky, too big. But then like turns into a monitor lizard. That monitor lizard, bigger claws, more meant for climbing. Climbs up the tree really, really fast, but hits a smooth part of the tree. Can't get a grip with its claws. Turns into a gecko. Topaz goes up the tree, is able to climb up, and then it hits another spot. I think I don't know what I was doing here. I think this was actually supposed to go here, or this is supposed to go here, then it goes here, because I think this was the monitor lizard. Monitor lizard hits that spot, smooth spot, and then then it gets frustrated, turns into the gecko, and then we go here. Gecko gets frustrated, can't keep going all this way, or I don't remember what my thought process was here. I have a thought process now, we're gonna get there. Turns into a rhino iguana, smashes into the tree. There's a big open water area, turns into a basilisk, runs across the water, but at the other side of the water there's only like a little hole that it can get through, so it turns into a little baby skink, goes in there, comes out the other side, and there's a big monitor lizard here, or some other big reptile that's trying to eat it, and it starts running through, and then bursts out of the tree, turns into a flying lizard, and then lands somewhere. All right, like I put the film down. It's right here. Is it perfect? No, not really. It's barely readable. It's barely understandable to anybody except for me. But I'm the kind of person who needs to make a film terribly 9 times like this until I really get a grasp of it. So I like to work very fast and loose until I really feel like I know what I want this film to be. Visually, at least. This actually, I think I've kind of cinched what I want the intro to be, which is little lizard kind of climbs up, and then lizards, like the title comes on. Scrambles over, turns out that little lizard was on top of a much bigger lizard. This guy starts kind of walking, comes to the tree, camera kind of pans up, you see the top of the tree, kind of follow, zoom in, maybe there's some like birds circling. Maybe not birds circling, I don't want to imply that he's gonna die. Actually, no. We'll think about it. But sees that the iguana or chameleon or whatever thing is up in the tree, that he isn't there. He's jealous. He wants to be there. Why can't he be there? What the fuck is wrong with him? Anyways, starts kind of trying to climb. Can't. Legs are scrambling. Slides back down. Oh, this was a different idea I had. Like I'm past doing this. And I want to do a different type of boarding. Like more serious boarding that I'm going to use for an animatic. But that's actually a good idea, because the idea I have now, which I'll show probably in the next video, is he's scrambling, and then there's like a really like his whole body like undulates and morphs in a very fun way, and then he turns into this monitor lizard. His legs extend, his face extends, his eyes change. Climbing. Passes an iguana. We get this like, I really want to do, one of the things I've been really, really liking, I have this like one visual of just this like really weird, like his head, like it's like right here on his head the camera is, and you see his hands like kind of going and like a really weird perspective, like from the top of his head, so his eyes are kind of like bugging out in a weird way. I don't know what this. Oh, wait. What is this? I had a professor in college who one time told me when we were showing boards, and then I'm waiting for him to kind of respond, and he goes, "So, is this a bad drawing or a bad composition?" And I just kind of had to go, it's both. So, hits here, uh-oh, hits the smooth part, zoom on his head, keeps trying to climb up or falls back, just barely catches himself, pulls himself up, sees his claws aren't really working there, pulls himself up, does a little whoop, kind of starts slapping it. Oh, claws turn into pads, eyes turn into gecko eyes, and one day I'll like understand this fucking thing. Yeah, it just goes slap, slap, slap. Keeps climbing, keeps climbing, keeps climbing. Initially, or right now, my idea is Gecko just goes up and has this whole little thing and kind of looks up and still sees the the chameleon, or the source of jealousy, sees how far it's come and changes shape, tries to scrambles on it, can't quite get a grip, turns into something else, can't quite get a grip, and then just turns back into the gecko and just like slides down a little bit. Then it sees a little hole, schlorps in, or yeah, schlorps in. We get this nice little like, dig dug like tunnel sequence. Comes out into this like big open area in the trunk, turns into a basilisk and runs away because this big guy's gonna eat him. Then turns into a rhino iguana and smashes his way through. There's a lot of instances in this. I have like I think that's an idea I might need to kill. The idea of the rhino iguana like smashing into the tree or through the tree. Not sure if it's working the way I want it to. We'll see how it shakes out. Because you're right now seeing my actual like, I'm looking back. This is actually very good because I'm looking back on ideas that I would have gotten rid of and forgotten about, but I'm having to revisit them now. Would I rather be, sleeping? Reading a book? Actually working on the film? Yes. But it turns into a flying lizard. So that was like, I think the first all the way through thumbnail sequence I did for this film. And yes, this is a little bit, all over the place because I don't know. I really don't know how to talk about this film in a way that like makes sense. Like, it's about frustration. It's about lizards. It's about not being in the place you want to be in your life. But also, like, it's just about some fun animation, I think. I think that's all I have to say about these thumbnails. They're really messy, but, like, I think they're a fun look into my process as a filmmaker and getting to see, like, which directions I kind of want to go in. And I think even, like, visually, hold on, let me get a better one. Like, even visually, you can see, like, the direction I'm looking to go in with these stylistically. Like, I mean, they're going to be painted, but you can see, like, the heads are going to look like this, the eyes are going to look like this, like, there's going to be, like, you get the picture. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I work very stream of consciousness sometimes, so hopefully that isn't too annoying for everybody. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, see you guys at the next video. Hopefully I'll have some more comprehensive style frames. Maybe I'll show you guys an animatic. I don't think I have enough of an animatic yet. Yeah. Bye.